Aquarius, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to the channel, to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Aquarius, the unicorn of the zodiac, I'm going to be doing your reading from October 27 to November 2nd. And in this reading, I'm going to take a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to see what's your main challenge, clarify everything for you, and get some final advice and some messages of love. Now, dear Aquarius, my cutie patootie, I would like to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here onto the channel. And I see you, I hear you, and you're greatly appreciated. Now, this is actually my time right now. On the clock is 3:33, so it's 3:33. Maybe that's something very significant for you. These are general readings, so they may resonate with you and they may not. Let's get into your reading, dear Aquarius, and see what is it that you need to know. Straight to the point, baby. Okay, so your challenge, dear Aquarius, is the Knight of Swords. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the World. Aquarius, your challenge here has to do a lot with making a decision and closing off a chapter. Okay, the World here is talking about a cycle that's going to come to an end. I do see here some of you might be dealing with other fixed signs, which could be Scorpio, another Aquarius, Leo, or Taurus, 4 fixed signs on the World. There is a decision that you're going to be making. Your challenge here is not to rush into making this decision yet. You might be thinking about cutting somebody off or, maybe getting back with someone. There is definitely a notion here of kind of like slowing down, and we're going to clarify to see why this is your challenge. Now, in the recent past, dear Aquarius, you have the Chariot, the Fool, and the Strength. Some of you had a brand new beginning here with someone. You were very confident and very much assured when you started off meeting this person. You could have dealt with a Cancer, Aries, or Leo. Could be any other sign, of course, but I do see here some sort of a beginning that started off very passionately. There was a lot of strength in this connection, very strong bond, okay? We're going to talk about this shortly and see what happened. In the present moment, you have the Hierophant, the 6 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. In the present moment, a lot of you might be thinking about either committing yourself to someone or settling down with someone, because the 4 of Wands here is about literally marriage, and then the Hierophant is also about marriage, and it's about commitment. Taurus energy here. Now, you do see yourself being with this person, so you may need to either slow down or you may have a very quick realization. Something quickly is happening in your life, could be taking place. We're going to get back to this and clarify shortly. In the near future, dear Aquarius, you have the 2 of Swords, the Tower, and the 8 of Wands. The reason why you're being advised, that's why I love tarot, literally. You're being advised to not really rush into anything right now, to kind of slow it down, because this Knight of Swords is very like rushing, kind of hasty, is because something is going to be revealed to you in the near future, and everything is going to be very clear. Like after the Tower moment, which Tower moment is not a bad thing at all. It is literally about epiphany and understanding here, a situation that shifts, and there is communication coming in towards your way, by the way. There is communication, okay? 8 of Wands is about action being taken towards, whoever it is. And I think this is more about you. Whoever you are dealing with, I do feel like for some of you, this is somebody that can be going through some sort of a chaos or tumultuous situation. Could be a Scorpio, and they might be reaching out to you. And it may take them a moment, but I think this person is going to come towards you. So that's why with the World card here, before you finally close off or walk away from something or for someone, you may want to pause for a second and think and just kind of look at the situation from a different perspective. So, dear Aquarius, let's get into your reading and let's clarify everything for you. So I'm going to clarify your main challenge, which is the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is clarified by the 4 of Wands. Literally, it's exactly what I was saying. Just give me 1 second and I'll tell you what it is. The 3 of Cups and the King of Wands. Yeah. Remember when I was saying here, this is very much tied up to your present moment, right? Commitment here, the Four of Wands here is twice. So you may want to kind of pause for a second. I feel like this really, Aquarius, you know, you're a very smart sign, so you have all the data, all the information that you need. This is really about you kind of like pausing. You don't want to cut somebody off out of your life, and you don't want to commit or overcommit yourself way too fast. It's like you might be kind of between these states and between timelines and decision-making process for you. And for you being an Aquarius, you're super smart. You always want to gather the data necessary for you before you make a final decision. So in the present moment, your challenge here has to do a lot with kind of like pausing and slowing down a little bit. Something's going to be revealed for sure. I feel like a lot of you do celebrate this person. You do want to celebrate them more, be with this individual and settle down with them. It's just that you know, you're very dedicated as a person, as a friend, as a partner. You just got to kind of slow down and take it one step at a time. You know, I feel like a lot of you might be like, you know what, when this person comes back or when we reunite or when there's an opportunity, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy all the things for them. I'm going to commit. I'm going to, you know, you need to see some tangible changes. Some of you are dealing with the Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So your challenge here really has to do a lot with this pause and reflect, because somebody here could be appearing and communicating with you, and you might be a little bit too quick to go and save them. Okay, we're not here to save people. We're here to help each other to heal, and everyone needs to take their accountability and the responsibility to heal and become better, right? Don't be sorry, be better. So in the recent past, Aquarius, the Chariot is clarified by the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Magician. So in the recent past, I do see here that moving forward, you know, when you encounter this person, you might have been going through some struggles. You maybe were going through a lot of challenges in your life when you met this person. This was maybe a manifestation, right? This person came into your life during your struggles when you were going through something. And then you have the Fool and the Strength. So this is talking about the entrance of this person into your life. So let's clarify the Fool here. Okay, let's clarify the Fool. Somebody here definitely made an offer to you, Capricorn, towards Virgo energy also. So the Fool here is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, when this person came into your life, I do see here a lot of like exchanges of gifts, exchanges of emotions, feelings. There is this nostalgic feeling about this person. And, you know, you really got into developing a solid connection with this individual. The Eight of Pentacles here is always talking about efforts, putting into the efforts, putting into the emotion, the energy into wanting to make something work here. And your vision and your goal with this individual here was definitely the Ten of Pentacles, which is about community, family, stability, right? So let's talk about the strength here for you in the recent past. I do see here you might have dealt with someone that was very difficult also to deal with. As we can see, she's very gently taming the lion. So the strength is clarified by the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Chariot. A lot of you really had to deal with this person on a level where this was someone that kind of maybe demanded emotional stability from you, or this person was in need of a lot of emotional support in order for this connection to get going, right? Because the Knight of Cups here in the middle talks about someone that's very romantic, very caring, and the Ace of Swords behind him is kind of talking about like someone might have been requesting for like emotional support, or they wanted you to be a certain way. Whatever the situation was, I do see here a lot of conversations happening between you and this person, okay? So in terms of like emotional availability, maybe this person looked at you, you know, and said, oh, you know, you're emotionally unavailable, you're detached. You know how they have these false ideologies about Aquarius people, that they are detached, but like Aquarius people are very nice people. They have one of the most caring hearts, you know? They don't have to shed a tear all the time to tell you they love you. I'm saying sprinkle, sprinkle. So in the present moment, Aquarius, you have the Four of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Hierophant. So in the present moment, I feel like, you know, it's like you really kind of holding back a little bit, clarified by the World, Ten of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, you might be seeing someone that's like in their struggles. Again, King of Pentacles, Capricorn towards Virgo energy, could be a fire, doesn't matter. But I feel like that in the present moment, you really are being asked to let go of the urge to take someone's burden over you or to try to save someone. That's just literally what I'm picking up on here. For a lot of you, you might have dealt with someone that maybe this person felt like, marriage or family had to be a certain way, or maybe it felt like it was a burden for them, So you're headed towards a direction where you seem to be really celebrating yourself more with the Six of Wands energy. You could be also getting more recognition around you, around people, more eyes also getting on you as well. And that can be a little bit concerning for this person. Clarified by the Page of Wands, the Tower, and the Moon. I feel like someone here might feel extremely anxious about the fact that they could lose you, Aquarius. This person might have acted in the past, they don't want to be with you, or they kind of saw maybe marriage or commitment to be, some sort of a burden for them. But there is this anxiety here that what if Aquarius finds someone else, and then what if they are with another person and I'm just all by myself? And someone seems to be getting very anxious about that, you know what I mean? Because you seem to be really like out there a lot more, or you're gonna start putting yourself more out there. There's gonna be a lot of eyes on you. That's what I see here. Now, the Hierophant here in the present moment, Aquarius, and that could be through social media. It could be, just around you, but that's what I'm picking up on. The Hierophant here is talking about marriage, commitment. Like, how do you see yourself being just in general in a relationship and with this person? Clarified by the Ace of Wands, the Strength, and the Six of Wands. I do strongly feel like here that for you, you would only be with someone that's actually coming in with a strong offer and is very confident, and they're not in and out of your life. You know what I mean? Or you are just going to walk into your way, you're going to walk the other way, and still continue to celebrating yourself, right? Because you have this both Six of Wands here, and it's a double confirmation for you, which is telling me that you're wanting to focus on your own happiness. Like, it comes first for you now. You have put a lot of people, first way too many times for a long time, and the time has come for you to kind of reclaim your power back to you and focus on you, what's important for you. So I do strongly feel like here, Aquarius, that you're gonna be in the near future, kind of in the present moment, heading towards the future, of detaching yourself and kind of slowing down. Doesn't mean you don't love this person, but slowing down. The offer has to be strong enough, and it has to come from a place of solidity and validity for you to actually get into them. Now, in the near future, you have the Two of Swords, the Tower, and the Eight of Wands. So there is definitely a decision here that needs to be made. Someone here is kind of maybe going to go back and forth before they come towards you, before they make an offer. You might be dealing with someone that seems to be having a hard time making decisions. So the Two of Swords, is clarified by the Six of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and the Temperance. Sagittarius energy here. Okay, I do see here this person having to choose, between two people. That's what I'm strongly getting here. They have to really make up their mind on what they want out of a relationship, and this is someone that really needs to identify and redefine what true happiness means for them. And this is someone that, doesn't have a problem with adjusting or adjustability. This is about transmutation, kind of, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, like wanting to kind of blend in. And this person also with the Temperance, sees the glass half full anyways. So I think that it's not difficult for this person to be positive. I think their attention needs to get focused on what they truly want out of a relationship. You know what I mean? There could be some age differences between you and them as well. Nonetheless, here there is an important decision that needs to be made. So your person looks like they might be needing to make a decision amongst like two people who they really want to be with. And there is a transformation and a sudden change, right? That's going to happen in this person's life. As you can see, there is the Tower. The Tower here is an indicator of a major shift, okay? Metamorphosis, epiphany taking place. So it's clarified by the Two of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. So I feel like your person might be either changing jobs, changing location, getting a new job, whatever that might be. This person, I feel like they're gonna need to make a decision which direction they want to move towards to, because after a situation here, after an ending, which they couldn't see clearly, something definitely ends in this person's life for them to be able to see which direction they need to move forward because they couldn't see it. And then there is the Page of Pentacles. It's like almost a situation here that ends very badly, possibly, or surprising or shockingly in this person's life. It allows them the opportunity to see that they can have, just in general in life. And then what it's gonna lead to them, make them do is to really look into the future from these lenses and from this viewpoint of what am I building? What am I focusing on? What is my priority? What is my main priority? What do I want to be? Why do I want to be with Aquarius after all, right? So those are like important questions that this person seems to be asking in the near future. Hence, this is going to lead this person to actually contact you or some sort of communication to come towards you. By the way, dear Aquarius, I do have a lot of success stories onto the community post and on my Instagram as well, so feel free to take a look at them as well. Okay, when people share their testimonies, so I want those to be yours as well. Now, in the near future, the Eight of Wands here is clarified by the Eight of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Lovers, and you have the Sun at the bottom of the deck. Whoever this person is that walked away from you has been constantly going back and forth in their mind with the Two of Pentacles, because at the end of the day, this person truly loves you, Aquarius. Like truly, truly loves you. Verily, verily, I'm telling you, this person really loves you. I don't want to repeat myself, but that's literally what I'm seeing here. Eight of Cups, Two of Pentacles. I think ever since the day that this person walked away from you and they disconnected from you, Aquarius, 1616 on the timer, it's like they have been constantly reminiscing about this connection and how much they really love you and appreciate you and want to be with you. But something here in this person's past, maybe from their past, maybe from their parents, whatever it was, it really kind of created this restriction on them and didn't really allow them to fully navigate into this connection in the most healthy way possible. You know what I mean? So let's get into your advice here. And this is going to bring a lot of happiness. Somebody truly wants to be happy with you. Yes. So let me just elaborate on this, what I'm seeing at the bottom of the deck. First of all, there is the Knight of Swords and the Sun, right? By you balancing yourself out and making a firm decision, not rushing into things, slowing down, you're going to see that is actually that decision that you just decided to kind of hold off a little bit and not react and not overreact whatsoever. It's actually going to reward you with a lot of happiness, because you seem to be really seeing how this situation transforms and changes with the Wheel of Fortune. It's a turning point for you. Okay. And this is going to bring a lot of happiness for you. Now, let's get into your advice and see what is it that you need to know, dear Aquarius. What is the advice? So you have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. The advice here for you, dear Aquarius, is to really see the potential that exists between you and this person. There is going to be a lot of clarity, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you need to see the full clarity, and you are going to be one step away, one decision away from entering into a powerful dynamic and relationship with this person. I think it's just like a matter of giving it time and allowing things to unfold and for them to really prove of them being worthy and just deserving of your love and your unconditional loyalty towards this person, right? Just don't rush into it. You will see the truth, you will know the truth, hence this will help you to make the right decision. And I see here, when this turning point happens in this person's life, there will be really appreciative of you for you just like not rushing and not cutting them out or even not overextending yourself. It's gonna be, everything is gonna happen like at the right time with the right reason at the right moment. Okay, so you have this message here, and it says relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. And I'm gonna read this one specifically, number 32, right? Because remember, we are not just dealing with people, but we are dealing with their inner child. And there is certain patterns that come from previous relationships, from the family dynamics that a person grew up in. So all of these things, they matter in a person's behaviors and how they function in relationships. So Aquarius, the message here is, it says, consider the patterns that drive you to attract certain people into your life. You may find the next person you meet has similar qualities to your last partner. This is what you're energetically attracting. Once you learn the lesson, you will be able to attract healthier outcomes. It may be helpful to share the disappointment or pain from the past, whether from your current relationship or another period in your life. Be honest with yourself and address situations as they happen. Acknowledge that you can no longer stifle your feelings. Know your strength and your triggers. See your past relationships as opportunities to grow and figure out what makes you happy. You have a better chance at a lasting relationship when you have self-awareness. Avoid idolizing past relationships as they can hold influence over future outcomes. Love will not magically make you feel worthy or happy unless you have achieved those values for yourself. A beautiful woman holds a hand mirror. She looks down at irises and a maiden playing a harp. The purple irises depict wisdom and power. It is time to call through the residual emotions of past relationships. It is important. It is time to break your precedents. The harp is about striking a chord of truth in yourself. It really is about patterns, like all relationships, not just you, but everyone, right? Need to acknowledge the patterns they have been portraying, because, people think that they can just find a new person and then magically all the problems disappear, or someone new is going to solve their problems, or a material thing is going to solve their problems. They need to do the work within themselves in order for them to find the healing and really be in this place of, peace and harmony. That's why maybe it is a pattern, right? With the Knight of Swords here, maybe there is a pattern of you rushing back into a connection or wanting to end things abruptly. Like, this is about you. And when you recognize the pattern, you're able to heal. And in order to heal, we need to learn how to process the pain and to look at ourselves and be honest with ourselves, become the change that we want to see around us. So, dear Aquarius, I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. Thank you again for being here. And yeah, I hope that this reading helped. I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.